Hello, what's up guys, and today we're going to be talking about wildlife photography and how to get sharp images every single time. So what you're going to want to do first is to get a telephoto lens. Ideally you would like to get one that has a real long reach on it, such as the Sigma 150 to 600mm. Even though it's got a high f-stop, when you get to 600mm, because of how long it is, you still get that compression in the background, which also kills off that background, and you can get that nice bokeh even at like f6.5 because of the compression that lens gives. That's the lens that I'm going to want eventually. I've been looking at getting it recently, but at the minute I'm going to be using the EF 70-200 f2.8 lens, and because it hasn't got the reach like the Sigma 150 to 600, then you're going to have to improvise a little bit and try and overcome the challenges that having a 70-200 lens for wildlife photography gives you. So you're going to have to get closer to your subject by physically moving yourself, and it challenges you a lot, and that's good because that's only going to make you a better photographer. If you're looking on a real budget, then I suggest you get the Canon EF 70-300mm. You can get real good results with that lens, and it's a real good starting point when you want to go into wildlife photography. Now the second most crucial part about getting wildlife photos is you gotta get that shutter speed up. 1/1000th of a second, sometimes even higher than that, like over 1,500 of a second. Because if you're taking photos of birds, they're gonna fly away instantly. You're gonna wanna capture that motion because they're really fast. When you do this though, obviously a higher shutter speed means your image is gonna get a lot darker. This is when you have to lower the f-stop. So with my lens, the f2.8, it's really helpful for me to get the light that way, so I don't have to up my ISO too much. So shooting at a real high shutter speed is gonna allow you to capture that motion and get them really sharp photos. Right guys, I just thought I'll jump in quick and just say another point that I didn't mention, is that you need to be using tracking autofocus. When I first started out with wildlife photography, I was using single point AF, and that's what some of you guys might be using as well. But you've got to switch over to AF tracking mode and then change the autofocus setting to servo instead of single shot. This way the focus tracks the subject all the way, even when they're moving from left to right when they're flying, for example. So while using this focus setting, a lot of your photos are going to be in focus with your birds, which is absolutely crucial. You may have all your high shutter speeds as you want, but if it's not in focus, then it's a bad photo. So if you also mix that with using high speed continuous mode, so it takes so many photos within a certain amount of time. The camera I use, the Canon EOS R, shoots in 8 frames per second. So within 1 second, that's 8 shots of the bird, so you don't miss any of the action. So using high speed continuous mode with AF tracking while you're shooting your wildlife photos, you're going to get at least 2 or 3 in focus and sharp when you use these two settings. And another way to capture nice sharp bird photos is to be patient. Sometimes you're going to have to wait around a long time to be able to find the bird you want. I mean, I've been looking around at robins today and I've been waiting. If you just be patient, get your settings right, don't rush anything, I'm sure you'll get some real sharp, top quality wildlife photos. So let's go capture some birds. I'll see you guys back in the studio. Right, so we're back in the studio now, and to summarise, shooting a telephoto lens, use a high shutter speed, use AF tracking mode with high speed continuous, and then just be patient. If you put all them 4 tips together, I'm sure you'll get some real nice sharp wildlife photos, especially of some birds when you go out and shoot next. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope it helped you, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to see more future videos, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.